Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. Today we got an exciting episode. We're going to be talking about suppressors. We got the Dead Air Mojave 45 with their Triskelion technology. We're going to shoot a whole bunch of guns with it. We're going to see how it performs. Should be a good time. Let's get to shooting. Okay, well, this is the Dead Air Mojave 45. That's what we're talking about today. It's got their Triskelion, whatever the freak that is. Basically a fancy way of saying they have a new 3D printed design that makes this uber lightweight. It is modular. You can take it off there. I am not modifying anything. You just unscrew it. So it is a modular design that they have, and it is a flow through. They try to direct as many gases as possible out the front end. It's sort of using the hub. It's not Plan B. I can't remember what it is. It's like alpha or something like that, but it's not alpha. I know it's not that, but it uses the same format as Dead Air's pistol cans. So like their Wolfman, all of the adapters for that. So this one is a pistol adapter. There are springs in here which allow it to cycle and move with the gun, with the reciprocating slide for the pistol as it's going. So in some of the guns we're going to use it like that, and others we're going to swap this out and just use a different mount that I have, trying to use a Plan B. So I've got an adapter that adapts this suppressor to the Plan B and then Plan B muzzle devices. One thing that's pretty interesting is you can't just run any muzzle device on this. If the muzzle device is too long, it hits into the baffles. So traditional rifle cans have baffles that give you a little bit more space in this part of it so that you can have like a break, a little bit longer muzzle break or a flash hider in there. With the pistol cans, you can't do that. So it's got to be a pretty short break or flash hider to adapt to this. Again, this thing is rated up to 300 blackout. Supersonic, which is pretty cool. You can fire it in semi-auto, not full auto at 300 blackout, but subsonic you can do full auto. Not that I am doing full auto, of course not. I would not do that, YouTube, but that's what this is rated to. So I think what we're going to test today is we've got the LC Carbine. We're going to fire that in 45 ACP. We've got a 300 blackout PSA Jakl. We'll fire that. We've got some, and where possible, we use subsonic rounds. I've got the Beretta 92 compact. We're going to use that. I've got the HK USP, kind of tactical. We'll test that. We've got the FNX 45, and we're going to shoot some subsonic 460 Rowland out of that because that ought to be fun. And then we have the Smith & Wesson FPC, and I'm not sure what 10mm I have, but I may shoot a couple of rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson, which I've already done on the channel, and it doesn't really like shooting at subsonic, but I'll just let you hear what it is for our testing today. Okay, we have the Ruger LC Carbine up first, and we're just going to shoot just a few rounds into paper because I want to be able to see what it kind of sounds like without hearing the tink of steel, because sometimes that can be a little bit harsher. So yeah, so we've got this thing all set up on here, and I want to show you both from that camera and from this camera. This camera on my lens from the first person shooter always seems to muffle it. Even when it's supersonic rounds, it seems like you're shooting suppressed. So we'll give you kind of a flavor for both. Now I will note that I am getting just a little bit of gas on that, so not exactly pure awesomeness in terms of flow through on this gun. It's not bad, it's not gassing me out horribly. It is a sealed gun, but just a little bit is leaking out from this chamber here, and I'm smelling that. I've had far worse, trust me. Okay, now we have our PSA Jakl. Subsonic, we'll see how we do with that. Pretty cool, not bad. Okay, now we have the Beretta 92 compact. Let's try this. Mostly going to the end. I am getting just a tiny bit of splashback. I was hoping that this can wouldn't do that at all, but I am definitely getting just a little bit of splashback. It's not bad, but that felt by far the quietest of all the rounds we've done today. I mean, that felt awesome. Okay, we have the HK USP compact. Let's give it a shot. A little bit of sparking still going on, but pretty fun. We now have some 460 Rowland, 290 grain. See how it does. Well, what I can say is one of the reasons I wanted to get this can was because of this gun, and that didn't work out. It sprays so much powder and other crap back in your face. I was hoping that the flow-through can would help that. It doesn't. Okay, last gun, and we've actually already had it on the channel at this point, but we got the Smith & Wesson FPC, and we're going to shoot some 165 grain 40 Smith & Wesson. When I shot my previous video, it did hiccup a little bit. I don't know if it's the flow of the back pressure of the can, or sometimes 40 Smith & Wesson may hiccup, or this ammo. I have no idea, but we're just going to shoot 5 shots, and I'm just trying to show what it'll sound like. All right, there we are. Okay, well, let's wrap things up. We had the hot potato out here today. We had the Smith & Wesson. It's hot potato because this can is still hot. I just shot the video. But the Dead Air Mojave 45 with their Triskelion flow-through technology, 3D printed. It's okay. That's probably what I'll say right now. I mean, this is a pretty expensive thing to say it's okay for. Unfortunately, I was probably hoping for a little bit more better, in particular on those 460 Rowland subsonic rounds. They just splatter back in my face, and I hate that. So I was hoping for a little bit more flow through. I think the sound reduction is okay. I think my Dead Air Primal is a little bit better than this is, even though this has all the new hotness and 3D printing, blah, blah, blah. It's definitely lighter. So I prefer shooting this on a pistol by far. When you shoot the Primal on a pistol, it's like you had a boat anchor at the end of your pistol, and that's no fun. So this is far better. So in that sense, having a super lightweight pistol can, love it. In terms of eliminating all splatter back to the face, it's the same as other cans. In terms of gas back to the face, I still saw some gas coming back. So I don't know if it's flow through is like you know, the best or what on it. I thought the rounds that did the best, I'd love to hear it from you, but I thought the 9mm subsonic rounds, 147 grain. I thought the 300 blackout, and even out of the USP compact, I thought was pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. What did you think from the sound? It's really hard to tell, I know, and it's not really a comparison. That's probably really what I should do, is compare one suppressor to another suppressor, and then you can better tell the difference relative, but absolute, you can't tell it. But if there was a round you think that this is ideal for running with, I think that'd be good to know. So let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments below. Hope everyone has a great week, and let's get to shooting.
Out here in the heartland, where our spirits run free. Trigger bar philosopher.
Load around the chamber first. How about that?
It's you and me. From pistols to rifles, we'll take on the best. Reviewing each weapon, put them to the test. With revolvers and shotguns,